The 1990s was a time of many unique trends, artists, and movies that are still widely recognized today, just not as popular as they were 20 to 30 years ago. It was a time of Mariah Carey and Britney Spears. It was the age of snapbacks and sneakers. But most importantly, it was a time of some of the most memorable movies that have been produced, such as The Titanic, Forrest Gump, and Jurassic Park. The Titanic movie is told as a fictional love tragedy based on the real life sinking of the Titanic ship that took place in April of 1912. For those of you who may have not seen this movie, it's based on two passengers that were aboard the ship named Jack and Rose that fall in love. And towards the end of the movie, Jack dies in order to keep Rose alive by letting her float on a door as a raft while he floats in the water. And then later on ends up getting frostbite and he dies. This movie was released in December of 1997, and according to TitanicFacts.com, it was nominated for 14 Oscars and received 11 of them. And TitanicFacts.com also states that it received well over $2 billion in profits. Upon reading this information, I started wondering, why was this movie so successful? Um, Based on an article I read on the New York Times website, it gained little to no support throughout the production process, and later on, it was said to have gained support because the director was able to turn such a terrible event into a fascinating yet still very tragic love story. Another popular movie of the 90s was Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is a comedy drama that was made in 1994. Forrest is a mentally challenged man who tells about his life story from his worst memories, such as losing his mother, his best friend, and his wife, to his greatest adventures, such as meeting the president, playing football for the University of Alabama, and winning the Medal of Honor for outstanding achievement in the Vietnam War. According to IMDb.com, this movie derived its success from the fact that Forrest was and still is seen as a great role model for children of all ages by setting the example that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Forrest's mother tells him right before she passed away that only he is responsible for his destiny, and he follows her advice very carefully by doing what makes him happy and not letting others influence him. The Washington Post calls him the pop culture hero of the 90s. Last but not least, Jurassic Park is a sci-fi thriller that is about a park of dinosaurs that get loose, and it's up to John Hammond, who is the main character, to get him and his family and friends out alive. The New York Times website says that this movie was such a success based on its use of special effects and lifelike creatures. Back in the 90s, it was the use of special effects obviously was nowhere near as advanced as they are today. So when Jurassic Park came out, it sort of took things to a new level within the filming industry. It has been so successful that there is a series of Jurassic Park movies. The last of this series is called Jurassic World, and it came out last year in 2015. In conclusion, I have discussed just three of the many great movies that derived from the 1990s. From the tear-jerking love tragedy, The Titanic, to the famous Forrest Gump, and the exciting Jurassic Park. These were, in my opinion, definitely some of the best and most memorable.